My name is Henry Felkins, and I am worship pastor here at Christ Legacy Church. I've been at Christ Legacy for 9 years and 5 months, but who's counting? It's probably Scrooge. I think that may have impacted a lot of our lives here. It's just really, really neat to see our church come together for one common goal, and Scrooge really brought us all together and all the different walks of life through our church together for that event those 2 years, so that was really awesome. I think the biggest change for me has been our worship team as a team, how we work together and gel together as a team, and then our church worship itself. I feel like it's really evolving as we learn to just surrender our hearts and give our all to Christ in corporate worship. I believe it was 2 weeks ago, we were singing a song. It's called In Control You Are Stronger, and it's actually a song that me and my family wrote. And most of the time the church doesn't know if we're singing a song that we've written because we don't announce it, and that's great, it's fine. But we were singing that song and worshiping, and I looked up, and a lady that I actually haven't personally met, but she was over to my left, was just worshiping like she was all in. She was worshiping so hard and going after God, and she was singing the words. And I caught myself almost tearing up because God was using that song. She didn't know that I wrote it. There's no way that she knew it by heart because it was still too new, but she was really worshiping, and that just hit me. And it was just a privilege that God would use my life and a gift that He's given to bless somebody else. The best part for me is the volunteers that I get to invest in week after week. They've really touched my life. I've gotten to know a lot of them pretty well. When they go through things, you go through things with them, and we just do life together. If I was to say one last thing to leave the viewers with, it would be just to press in. And I say this often, but we get so wrapped up in day to day that the day will just go by and we hadn't spent the time that we had told ourselves, oh, I need to set this time aside, and I need to read the Word, and I need to worship and spend that time with the Lord. And the day goes by and you're done, and day after day after day. And when we come in on Sundays, this is corporate worship, and people are so bogged down with life that if we're not careful, we either may finally be getting to that point of worship at the end, or worship may go by and we miss that opportunity as a group to press into the throne room of God. So I would encourage everybody to turn that worship music on and sing and praise, and even when you don't feel like it, and get your heart at a place where you can receive what God has for you, and then dig into the Word. And if you would do that daily, I think you would be blown away when it came Sunday time and corporate worship. We're all together, and you can enter right in from the very first note, from the very first song. You can just press in, and then we will get there together, and God would do some amazing things in our church and in our worship, through our worship. He would do healings. He'll set people free. We'll see revival. If people will do that, we would see revival next week. It'd be amazing.